I'm going to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, we're going to bring out this quick precept in the book of Malachi, chapter 4, and verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17, and verse 12. Let's start at verse 11. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elias, which is Elijah, this is only in a Greek translation. Elias truly shall first come, and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer to them. Then the disciples understood that he spoke unto them of John the Baptist. So this is an account in the scriptures of a man being regenerated, a man being alive once as the prophet Elijah, and a man being alive again as the coming back as John the Baptist. So through the Spirit and clearly through the precepts, John the Baptist as well as Elijah the prophet are the same spirit, right? So regeneration is clear in the scriptures. I just want to, Lord willing, bring out a few more scriptures to expound on that and a few more ways that you can know that this is clear in the scriptures. Go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 7. It says, Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. So one may ask, man, my father sinned. Why do I have to suffer for the sins of my fathers? My grandfathers, my great grandfathers, right? It says, Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne our iniquities. So one may say, hey, the person is gone. Those sins have been dead. They're clear. That debt is cleared, correct? Let's go to the book of Exodus. Let's see if that's true in the law. The book of Exodus, chapter 34, and verse number 7. It says, Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will no means clear the guilty. So the Lord is not clearing the guilty. So just because you die, don't mean you're cleared of those guilties, of those sins that you committed, right? And it's going to expound on why. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and fourth generation. Now there's a reason for that, right? Because let's go ahead and get that in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Jumping down to verse 9. The thing that hath been is that it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun, right? So we don't have new spirits coming to the earth. These same spirits are being recycled or regenerated through a new body, through the same bloodline, oftentimes, depending on how the Lord has it set up. And the Lord even has a law where, if one man dies, his brother then has to lay with his wife to continue his bloodline, right? That's in the law, right? That's even what the whole book of Ruth is set up to do. The book of Ruth is set up to establish the lineage of David. I'm gonna get that real quick just to prove that point. Because one may think the book is about, sleeping with heathen. Yes, Ruth is a heathen, right? This is the book of Ruth, chapter 4 and verse 18. Now these are the generations of Pharez. Pharez begot Hezron, and Hezron begot Ram, and Ram begot Amminadab, and Amminadab begot Nahshon, and Nahshon begot Salmon, and Salmon begot Boaz. Boaz begot Obed, Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David. So Boaz, right, who overtook Ruth, as you can read right here in verse 13, Ruth was already married to an Israelite, and Boaz got with Ruth to continue that bloodline on a deeper level. You can read the book of Ruth, and it's clear as day if you read that book. But the point here is Boaz was set up to establish the lineage of David, right? Who is a great king from the nation of Israel, mighty king. You know, very few mightier. You have to go to the level of Yahweh Shah to get mightier than King David. Let's go to Genesis chapter 15 and verse 16. Lord willing, we can expound on this point. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again. I'm going to skip back to verse 15. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. Right? Because as it said in Exodus 34 and 7, I'm going to get that again. The Lord said the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full, meaning I'm not done with them. Run them back. Right? The book of Exodus, chapter 34 and verse 7, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, right? And that will by no means clear the guilty. So the Lord looked at them as guilty. So he said they're not clear. He's going to visit the iniquity of their fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and fourth generation, right? Because they are the third and fourth generation. On a deeper level, you are your great great grandfather. We are our forefathers because there's no new thing under the sun. We have been regenerated through our own bloodline. We lived, passed, returned again through the spirit, through the bloodline in which you were in prior, right? And um, we will bore the same iniquities of those sins that we didn't get charged for before, right? And the sins that we're committing currently, right? And it's all a just balance, right? Go to the book of Matthew, chapter 19, and verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that have forsaken houses, brethren, sisters, fathers or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive a hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Right? How could you reward somebody in the regeneration if they're not going to be here? Right? And this was a quick, light, and Lord willing, it was a precise lesson on understanding a simple concept in the scriptures that can go much deeper. Right? There's brothers who have deeper and cleaner videos, but this was just a clean milk video on regeneration. Lord willing, you edified. Uh, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah, Shalom.